It's been a tough week for the Chesapeake Police Department. Last week, Officer Tim Schock died during a dive training exercise. His funeral is happening right now at Mount Lebanon Baptist Church. Now, here's a live look inside. We understand the church's capacity is about 1,680, and just about, or many of the seats are filled right now. An employee at the church told us that officers started arriving at about 9 this morning. The pastor of the church is Bishop Kim Brown, but presiding over the ceremony is Father Brian Rafferty, the pastor at St. Stephen Martyr Church in Chesapeake, St. Stephen Martyr Catholic Church. Now, we are following this story. We'll be bringing you the latest on what's happening with the funeral right now. Meantime, 10 News Side's Liz Palka spoke with family and friends who said they'll never forget how happy Tim made them feel.
How do you say goodbye to someone who was such a big part of your life?
You go to training with them every month, and you see him on the weekends, and you work part-time jobs together to try and make ends meet.
This funeral, like the other Chesapeake police officers that they lost in the last few years, won't be easy.
It's that feeling that we all take to work every day, and those, us who wear the badge, and it's difficult to deal with when something like this happens.
His friends say he was passionate about his job.
He loved being around people, he loved diving, he loved the dive trips we go on.
He was dedicated to his family, and he was going to make you laugh.
But when you got to get him to open up, he was extremely funny. Whether it was reciting, song lyrics from songs from the 80s or 90s, or coming up with quotes from movies.
But they can't help but think of Schock's family.
It makes you want to go home and hug your wife and your kids.
It does hit home. It's a surreal event when it happens, and it brings back humanity.
Liz Palka reporting. Now, Schock left behind a fiancée and a teenage son. He died last week in a dive training exercise, but we don't know how or why, and we understand the state police are assisting in that investigation. We'll have more on his funeral services tonight, starting on Wavy News 10 at 5.